that very morning, I practice as usual. I'm always in the gym. I actually have stayed over a couple nights, but this one was a little different. So I go to my normal spots. I go eat, I come back. So I was actually wanting to get about 10,000 shots that week made. So I kind of hit my goal, so I was very excited. I'm trying to get ready for college. And me going on the way to my house, the car didn't really register I was in there. So even to this day, the car app still says I'm at the gym. So me on the way to the gym, I noticed like little things that I don't normally see in the car. So like the keypad starting to turn off, flickering on and off, the lights going off, like without me even doing anything. I'm not worried about it too much, but then when I noticed something is when I had come to a stop, I think at the first or second light of me leaving. I had just actually gotten out the shower from the gym because I had school, so I was ready to just go home, change, and head on my way to school after I eat. And then I noticed that the wheel wasn't responding, like I wasn't in the car. So I started to notice that when I was deciding to, so at that red light, when I was moving forward, I was in the far left lane and I was getting over to the right. And I noticed the wheel wasn't moving as easy as it should. And me noticing the keypad wasn't on, it was kind of just weirding me out. So on the way to the next light, it's probably a good amount away. So I know there's nobody behind me, nobody in front. So when I'm in this lane, I noticed that I had gotten this lane and didn't realize it until I looked up after, just messing with the keyboard. And then next thing you know, I'm holding the wheel, but I didn't register that I went from this lane to this lane. So when I had thought about it, I said, oh wait, something's wrong. And then next thing you know, I can't get back to the left. So a car's coming on from this way of me, and I'm actually thinking, all right, I'll just pull over. So I'm speeding up to pull over into this lane. There's cars parked out on the street. So I'm trying to get in to turn into a neighborhood. And when I'm turning, but I'm speeding up to turn, I can't stop. So the wheel's not responding to me as if I'm not physically in there. So next thing you know, all I remember was feeling pressured. So I remember a light passing me, and I look, and I see it's a car going by, and I look back in front of me. I'm on my way to a curb. I get on the curb, and all I remember was just pressure. I wake up in the car after about 3 minutes. I had saw from the camera feed that the car had caught fire on impact. So Tesla's a little different. And then my first thought was waking up, I kind of assumed I was home. Nothing registered. I had heard cracking noises I was at a campfire. And when I had waken up, I woke up from yawning. So me being out of it, I had my seatbelt on, thank God. So when the force, it didn't hurt me as bad. And then I think there's a Life 360 app. The Life 360 app, was notifying my phone, so I'm hearing it. Later on, I found out I only went up to 55, going from 33 before the light. I came to a complete stop. I noticed it around about 40 in the 40 zone. So when I'm speeding up to get into the next lane, just to make sure nobody's behind me, which is why I sped up. I could have prevented a lot of things, but it was just one of those days where it was just wrong place, wrong time. So for me being in the car though, that was kind of the rough part about my experience about being in the crash, because I woke up to something I've never been in before. I've never been in a car. It was hot. It felt like a really hot sauna, and just smokes. And then it's just you wake up and then it's you're just put in front of this scene. The fire was right on the dashboard. It covered this whole right side. So me, I went into panic mode. So I, instinctively checked my surroundings. I couldn't see outside the car because of all the fog. So it kind of clogged up the windows, made the windows dark.